Well, hello there. Hope everyone is doing well. And if you're in this winter storm, I hope you're able to enjoy some of the snow. I know we were out having snowball fights and I made a snowman, so we're enjoying that. But I wanted to come today for another Monday motivation. I met with a client last week, and this client, we had completed her work, and every couple of months she checks in, wants a maintenance session, or just wants to talk something through. But we did EMDR last time that we met, and this client is so cool because when I first introduced EMDR to her when we first met, she was a little concerned about the image part of EMDR because she doesn't see images. She had said, like, if you were to, say, cat to me, I wouldn't picture a cat. I would just see C-A-T. And I said, that's completely fine. Your brain processes however it processes, right? And so when it comes to EMDR, when I ask you what you're noticing, sometimes that's images, sometimes that's thoughts, sometimes that's body sensations or emotions, right? It doesn't have to be just images. And when I say, what do you see? It doesn't have to be like a picture. If all you see are words, that's fine too. So she went with that, and unbeknownst to her, she had these amazing metaphorical images that would come to her mind, almost like it was like a children's picture book, always with animals, or they'd start off with animals and then people would be introduced. So it's really, really cool. Honestly, I hope she writes children's books one day about her healing journey, because I think they would be just absolutely wonderful. And I think she can make a huge difference there. So she was telling me about some conflict she was having with her roommate, and they're in the process of moving out and going their own separate ways. So her roommate was that starting image. And the negative cognition, I want to say it was something like, I can't handle it. No, I think we went with I don't matter. She really resonated with that I don't matter negative core belief. And much of her EMDR journey was breaking that core belief. And she knows she matters now, but things that were going on with this relationship dynamic was, causing her to feel that familiar anxiety of, this is a situation and I'm feeling like responding in a way that's not true to me, and I just need to process this through. So that's what we started with. And then so immediately she sees this black tree, and it was like a bunch of black trees, but the whole forest was mad, and there was slime going up, and then there was slime in the roots, and a lumberjack had offered to give this tree some help, and different forest animals offered to give the tree some help, but the tree was like, no. And then there was this little mouse and these little squirrels that had shovels, and they were like, hey, we're going to go and help. And then this one little mouse then got trapped within the roots of the trees, and the slime was trying to hold it down. So then the mouse, since the mouse couldn't get out, the mouse was like, I can't get out. So then she continued to go with that. That was one query. What are you noticing? The mouse is trapped in the roots and it can't get out. And then, a few more passes. What are you noticing? Oh, the mouse is now just shoveling its way up through the trunk. It's just well, if I can't go that way, then I need to go another way to get out. And so then it meets other colonies of mice, and they all get out together, and then eventually they're on the other side of the forest. They had just tunneled and then popped their head up, and then that black tree covered in slime was far away and turning to ashes, and the forest had just moved away from that tree. And then the mouse then just found this nice shiny little spot with the sunlight and was just basking in the sun. Such a perfect moment. Okay, so that was a good thing. That seemed like an adaptive shift to me. So SUDS had gone down, VOC had gone up. Let's install that positive cognition now, right? Let's install phase 5. And then she had said she had like the point of view of a butterfly, and it was coming out of a cocoon, and then she started to use language, not the butterfly, but like me, like my wings are now out as I'm, I got out of the cocoon and my wings are out and I'm just looking for a flower, and I'm just picking a flower and I'm just watching, I'm flying and I'm just watching, it's like, hey, it was like, hey, everything's okay. I went through this transformation. So that success was just, it was just so cool. I just love her metaphors and the animals and how they shift and change, and they just go on this journey, and she just trusts the process. When we first had started, she was like, this is really weird, but okay, we'll keep going, or oh, this doesn't make sense, but we just kept going with that, and she really learned to trust how her brain works. And funnily enough, then she had shared, I actually like see images now, like, sometimes they're not super strong, but like I can like picture things, or I'll think of things in that way. So I just really wanted to encourage you guys that whenever you find something that's weird or it doesn't seem to make sense, or where is this going, sometimes you just need to trust the process and see what happens.